keep the show rolling. Your next comic coming to the stage. He's performed in clubs, colleges, and casinos all over the country. From Gainesville, please welcome Jamie Morgan.
How's it going, Tammy? You guys doing all right? Awesome. Yeah, I'm from Gainesville, Florida, but I actually grew up in Key West, Florida. Anyone ever been there? For those of you who have been there, I know what you're thinking, but I'm not. I'm not Hispanic. Also not gay if you were thinking that. Man, it's good to be here. Last week I was at a place called Newport Richey, Florida. Anyone ever been there? You can do me a favor and never clap for that shithole again? I appreciate that. Man, it was awful, man. I don't know how you guys were clapping for that place. We were there for 2 nights, Friday and Saturday, and then after the shows we went out to the bars, and I couldn't find one woman that I could physically pick up. All I'm saying is instead of being in Newport Richey, I'd rather be in Lionel Richie. All night long. Yeah, it's good to be here. This is a cool job. I get to travel around in my job. But what sucks about doing it is all the traveling, you know? Especially when I have to fly, because I feel really uncomfortable on planes. Anyone with me on that? I hate it, man. I feel uncomfortable. So what I like to do when I fly and I feel uncomfortable is make everyone else around me just feel really uncomfortable too. So I just talk real loud about how the plane's gonna crash. And everyone's already kind of pissed off at me because I'm the only one that brought their parachute. Don't be mad because I packed properly for the trip, you know? The guy sitting next to me got tired of it. He was like, listen, buddy, I never want to sit on a plane next to you again. I looked at him and I said, good, because this fucker's going down. Stand a chance. I don't do drugs or something to fly. I don't smoke weed anymore, though. Does anyone do that? Anyone smoke marijuana? One person. The rest of you are lying. You can tell all the lies you want. I know there's more than one person. No, I mean, I used to smoke weed like it was my job. But then I realized it wasn't my job to be smoking it. I was supposed to be selling it. I blame it on my supplier. He gave me this huge bag of weed, and he's like, I want you to get rid of this by the end of the week. I looked at him and I was like, I got a plan. I got rid of it. But then I quit smoking pot for 10 years. 10 straight years, and then a buddy of mine went on a trip with me, and he told me I had to smoke with him because he brought the good shit. So I went ahead and smoked it, and I'll tell you this, if you ever quit smoking pot for 10 years, don't start back on the good shit. Slowly work your way up to that. Because what happened with me is the good shit turned into the bad shit in like 12 seconds. Because I started having one of those pot panic attacks. You guys know what I'm talking about? See how more people knew about the pot panic attack? That's weird. Well, she just remembered it. That was weird. For those of you who don't know what that is, that's where you get high and then you start freaking out about normal things. Like, all we did was we smoked weed and then we went to a house party. I started freaking out because there were too many people in the house, and I literally thought the house was going to collapse. That is not a normal fear, especially because it was a 1-story house. So I wanted to calm myself down, you know, so I started counting all the people in the house. I counted 25 people and I hauled ass. Then I was out in the parking lot for 45 minutes looking for my car. And then I realized that I was driving around the parking lot in my car, looking for my car. It sucks because I never found it. No, unfortunately I did find it because I got pulled over on the way home. Has anyone ever been so high when they got pulled over they forgot they got pulled over? That happened to me. I was just sitting in my car having a good time, you know, smoking a cigarette, listening to a CD, and then all of a sudden the cop ruined it for both of us. Started banging on the window. I rolled it down. He's like, do you know why I pulled you over? And I was like, you pulled me over? I was just taking a break from driving, you know? Been driving for like 6 minutes now. Wouldn't be exhausted. And then I started laughing at the cop, which is a bad idea. But you guys know what a lazy eye is, right? A lazy eye is where one eye is looking right at you and the other one doesn't give a shit. That cop didn't have one of those. He had what I like to call a crazy eye. And that's where one eye is looking right at you and the other one's doing the surveillance. And when you're high, that's the funniest shit you've ever seen. I couldn't stop laughing.